Hello, I'd like to welcome you to episode 2 of this Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 with the 24 custom casters. So we are going to continue our game here as Brancaster, surrounded as we are by a number of other casters, which you should know by now, plus the hordes. Anyway, in the previous episode we set the ball rolling as to what we were going to do. We got an alliance here with Brancaster. We are improving relations with Auscaster and Ulm, which is the Pope. We have also started our ships doing their trade, and we're building a couple more troops, because this will be a very militaristic game. We also established where our estates are, so we're predominantly nobility, again because we're military and the changes they've made there. The one thing which we did forget to do, and it's actually kind of good that I remembered, is we need to say where we have interest, so where we want to expand to. The obvious ones are where we have rivals, so we're going to say Altmark and Newmark. We want to expand to those. The other thing we need to do is check where our allies want to go. So they want Altmark and Potsdam and Niederlausitz and Oberlausitz, which is a problem because we probably want Potsdam and Altmark as well. So we are going to have some conflicting interests there. But the rest of it is completely unclaimed. The yellow ones are basically where they have claims. They quite like it, but it's not vital. The red ones are ones they really, really want. So it is going to cause some strain, us having those. I am going to flag Potsdam. Sorry, Emperor. Wrong button. It's in here. I need to click on myself and then Potsdam. Did they want Magdeburg? No. So I can claim Magdeburg and claim Lüneburg, which I will do. Because I definitely don't want too many overlapping. If you have too many overlaps, then they'll break the alliance. And we probably want that and Sternberg. So that's where we are claiming right now. We don't want to get into a conflict with Jutcaster particularly, so I'm not going to make any claims on their territories. Likewise, if Thurcaster does manage to take some of these, then I'll probably revoke my interest. And we should see soon enough this relation will actually decrease very slightly, maybe even the next day. No. Oh, interesting. What do these guys want? Just out of interest. We don't overlap at all. We don't either. You have claims on some of mine, but you're not declaring it as vital. It'd be quite nice to get Sjælland and southern Scandinavia, but it's across the sea, so it's not vital. I'm not planning on building a big fleet, although I did start with a decent one. So yeah, that looks good. Let's just advance time while these things finish. We need to keep you there, and we need... Wait, we're doing Jülich? Why are we doing Jülich? I thought we were doing Ulm. I think I might have sent you to the wrong place. Yes, I did. Whoops. So you should be in Ulm. Because I want to improve this relation so that we can continue getting... Oops, that is also the wrong one. More of this papal influence. So you should see here now... Oh, it's not increasing because of our relations with the Pope. Why not? Maybe because we're at +0, so I would have thought it was just a straight modifier. We have more discoveries, so I think we've seen more of Eastern Europe. You can see here on the right. And our armies are done, so we are going to merge them into one force. A bunch more infantry and one more cavalry, so we have a pretty strong army now. We do not, however, have a leader. What I would like to do is make my heir the ruler, because our king is currently only 30, he's still relatively young. And our heir is a 222. I'm fairly sure we can get better than a 222. So I'm going to make the heir into our general. He's... Oh, I wish that was shock instead of fire. Ability's not bad, sorry, the maneuver. Right. Solidify papal relations, that has been done, so we're getting a bonus to papal influence, which is lovely. We want to save the Saxon people in Sternberg. Who are your allies? Potsdam and Nordencaster. So we'd be fighting them, which isn't such a big deal, because they won't be able to land anything really. And Potsdam is pretty small. Yeah, 8,000 to our 13. What are Potsdam's bonuses? Prestige, decay, and trade steering. Those are terrible for the Emperor. They really want like military ones or diplomatic ones. You are allied with a lot of people though. So once these have been improved by as far as they go, or until we get our alliance with Ousecaster, in which case we'll stop. So Ousecaster, we can actually stop doing that. An alliance with Polcaster. That's interesting. He would definitely play as a counter to Plock. I have no intention to expand over here right now. I'm actually going to accept that. That's a pretty good alliance. I mean, that will probably put us at odds with the Hordes, but I'm totally okay with that, because it will mean that we can train up our troops and get some more land tradition, so that's absolutely fine. I definitely want, unless you're a rival to them. Should have checked this first. You are. Bugger. Okay, so I cannot now get Ousecaster. Who's the next Roman Emperor? Ah, that's why I was improving with Julich, because I want to get Julich on side, so I have their alliance in place, so that when I do start expanding to get claims and things, I don't get lands revoked. So we want to stop doing it with Ousecaster. We want to start doing it with Julich, so we're going to be allied with them. How far are we? Oh, we're really close to getting an alliance with them. That's absolutely fine. That's going to be a really strong ally as well. An alliance with Polcaster, royal marriage. Another of the benefits of being a monarchy. I mean, legitimacy you increase by having royal marriages. There's no equivalent for Republican tradition. So not only is legitimacy less powerful, but it's also much easier to improve. I'm going to continue ranting about republics, because I really think they're underpowered right now. So we'll stop improving relations. What? Oh, you're kidding me. One day. Fine, I'll give you another month. Or 2 months, or however long it takes. Whatever. I have time. Right, stop improvement. Offer the alliance. Go. Yay! And now we'll get a royal marriage with you, and we'll continue improving relations. So we are getting some pretty strong allies here, actually. We're playing the diplomatic game pretty well. We have got 4 of them now, so Ulm because you're the Pope, Julich, Polcaster and Thurcaster. We have 2 casters, which is excellent. Thurcaster because they're wealthy, and Polcaster because they will actually have a massive army. And you are in fact at war. I'm surprised you have not called me in. Oh, this is just Polcaster invading, so you probably didn't have the favours with me to call me in. Who are you at war with? Ouch. The Mushord, Polcaster and Azovia Kazan Ustiat, so yeah, loads of people. Mushord are one to look out for. They usually do pretty well. Just because they seem to have more space to expand. They're not under the constant pressure that Gold Horde is. Obviously named after Golden Horde. Muscovy will get large armies. Okay, our manpower is ticking up nicely. We have a nice amount of money in our bank, which is rare. I don't usually save up money. But we can't currently build anything except for a fort, so I don't really want to do that right now, because they will cost me money to maintain. Plock has declared war on Prussia. Okay, that's good. I really want this election to go ahead. Wait, you're all voting for Potsdam now? No, that's not good. I'm going to change my vote, and I'm going to vote for Julich, because I would really like them to be the emperor. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. My changing to Julich seems to have actually swung things for a few people. Actually, you see from these negatives how likely they are to vote for you. They're not actually that far off, so we could well try and become emperor ourselves. Like, getting Nice would be pretty easy. Likewise with Miticaster and whoever that was. Okay, mercantilism of power. It's always mercantilism. There's no other way of raising it, except for papal influence, but I'm probably going to be spending that on the more militaristic ones this time, rather than the trade and, well, I'll probably get the tax one, just because it's strong. Alright, there's really not very much I can do. In fact, actually, I could start fabricating claims on Plock, because you are at war with Prussia, which means that you are going to have a weakened military, and I can kind of sweep in and start taking things. And Sternberg was not... No one else is after Sternberg, so I'm going to stop improving with Julich, because we already have a very high relation with them. I'm going to start fabricating claims. And if I am right, Julich is not HRE. It is not. So we will actually get... The HRE will like us more, because we'll be liberating Sternberg and Slupsk. Slupsk, really? Okay, interesting name. Back into the HRE, because we of course are HRE. So this will actually go down really well. So we definitely want Sternberg, so we'll start fabricating there. And we get the... Do we get that yet? No, we don't. Never mind. I was going to say we get less aggressive expansion, but we don't get that just yet. That's our second national idea. Anti-clericism. So we get more... No, lose autonomy. The clergy gains loyalty. The Burkers lose. Where's this Stettin? How are our loyalties looking? Burkers have more to lose. Or the clergy loses loyalty and influence. I think I'm going to go with this one. Because we make money and we get autonomy. And I don't really care if the Burkers lose influence, so that's fine. It'll tick up easy enough, it's only 6% off. Okay, continue. I probably won't be able to call in any of my allies because we have not been allied for long enough. So over time you build up favours depending on your strength compared to them. We were discovered, so that claim is going to go very slowly now. I can show you the favours here. So favours, we currently have 3 and we get 1 every year, and that's dependent on our strength compared to them. So Jülich we would get 2 a year. So compared to Jülich we are considered stronger because we probably have a bigger military. Oh no, it's roughly the same. We're probably just more wealthy. So we get more favours with Jülich because this is an alliance in their favour as opposed to mine. While with Thurcaster it's kind of even. Who are you actually fighting? Würzburg and Nuremberg. Okay. So unfortunately the early game in the HRE is kind of slow because you have to pander to the Emperor. Potsdam is definitely going to get re-elected. That's really irritating. I can still vassalize places though, can't I? Duh. I just can't annex it. So I'm going to stop raising with Ulm because that doesn't seem to be helping me at all. I don't understand why. You should definitely be getting a bonus. Influence in... Oh, that's because of the mission. Okay, so not all of the papal mechanics are working properly. Because I have high relations with the Pope, I should be getting a bonus to this papal influence. I am not. I don't really understand why. Ulm is the papacy. They are the Pope. I have no idea. I haven't just changed their government. I have actually, in like the proper mechanics, made them the Pope. Their country flag is PAP, which is the Papal States country flag. I basically switched Ulm and the papacy, so I had to do a bit of background modding there to get that to work. I'm not sure if I really want to keep this alliance with you if that's the case. Will adversely affect relations, but I don't really care about that. Create a truce, yeah, fine. Don't really want that alliance, so I'm going to start using the diplomat I have free to begin to do some claims on these guys. So you are allied with Altmark, and that would be excellent. I could vassalize them both in one fell swoop, and we're rivals with they're rivaled with both, so I'll get a bunch of power projection. So we will start fabricating a claim on Neumark. That's really good. I wish I'd started doing that a bit earlier. So we can lose some monthly autonomy change, and the Burkers gain loyalty, or the nobility gain loyalty, and we lose taxes for 10 years. I don't really want to lose the taxes. Autonomy, how? Oh, our autonomy is basically stable right now, so I'm going to take this one, and that will actually resolve the Burkers having too low loyalty, so that is solved. Marvellous. How are we doing on force limits? We are at our max. We could build more ships. I don't really want to at this stage though. Remember, the later you build your light ships, the more powerful they are for trade. So the first tier and maybe even the second tier aren't really worth the money. The later ones absolutely are, especially when you start getting frigates and things like that. Very, very worthwhile. Jülich has died, royal marriage has ended. That's fine, we can get another one. I'm sure they'll offer us because I don't have a diplomat free because both of mine are fabricating claims right now. I'm the only one voting for Jülich. Man, that's annoying. Potsdam's so weak though. Why would you be voting for Potsdam? Doesn't really bother me. Oh, if I go to war with Neumark, does that mean that Potsdam would join? Not if I have a claim, I think. We have a mission to vassalize Oh, we can get a claim on Sternberg just straight off. I'm going to do that. I'm going to cancel you, because you are fabricating... Oh no, you're doing Neuburg, that's fine. I'm going to stop you, because you were doing Sternberg, weren't you? Yes, which I now have, so pointless. I'm going to start fabricating for Slupsk. Go. We could now go to war with Plock. Kind of tempted by that, to be honest. You are losing the war against Prussia, apparently, though you have claimed more territory. Who are you allied with? Potsdam and Nordencaster. Who are you allied with? No one. Oh, Nordencaster has grown. I think. Yeah, they've taken some land down here from Ostergotland. Oh, wait, those are different countries. Literally East Scotland, West Scotland, or East and West. It's quite funny. Do I want to go to war with Plock right now? It does seem like a good time. How many troops does Nordencaster have? First off. So, check armies. Plock has got... Where are you? There you are. 12,000 men, but only 8,000 manpower. We could beat that. And Nordencaster? Going the wrong way. Nordencaster have 13,000 or 17,000 manpower. The problem with that is they'll start shipping troops across, unless we have a bigger navy, which is unlikely but possible. How's your navy? Nordencaster. That's army. Nordencaster have got no galleys. We actually have the strong... Oh, they have 3 heavies. How many galleys do we have again? 5. 5 against 3 heavies, we would lose. So they do have the stronger navy. I thought they would. Well, we're going to wait until this claim is done. That's against Neumark, isn't it? Yeah, we're still doing this one. So I think we'll take down Neumark for Magdeburg and Neumark, and then we'll go after Plock. Maybe once they've weakened themselves a bit more against Prussia. Plus, hopefully, then we would have earned some more favours with our allies and we can call them in. Okay, Neumark is done. So I'm going to declare war. It would be nice to have a claim on Magdeburg, but I don't think it's necessary. Well, it will reduce the aggressive expansion we take, so I will do that, actually. Unless we get caught, in which case I'll stop and just declare, I think. Or I probably won't stop, I'll just declare. Are there any technologies we can get? We can very nearly get military, which would be great, because that will give us a much stronger chance of actually beating people in a fight. The others, they're a bit behind. We will be spending Diplo points on... Okay, we're just going Slupsk, that's fine. So we'll be using Diplo points to vassalize these guys, but that means our admin and our military will continue to accrue. So we will actually be probably ahead of time, certainly in military, and probably on time with the admin. Just need to wait for these to go. What else is happening? Polcaster is beating the Gold Horde. Muscord, have they expanded? Don't think so. Oh, the Arch Horde's losing to Suzdal. Suzdal are surprisingly big. They are actually really quite strong. We have been discovered in Magdeburg. That is unfortunate, because this is now going to take a lot longer. It's only a year. I can wait a year. And we can get military tech. Actually, we'll wait, because we might get the minus 5%. We don't need it immediately. Could actually get another advisor, as we have so much money. I'll get an admin guy. Missionary strength, production efficiency, or tax modifier. Tax, easily. Could even get a third, although as soon as we turn on our armies, this is going to go down. Okay, white peace with Prussia. Really? That's interesting. You've got another ally, Pilsen. Papal influence and prestige. I want the prestige, because that turns into morale. Prestige really does a lot of things. So global trade power, morale of armies and navies, mercenary costs, national spy defense, legitimacy. Another way to improve legitimacy. Improve relations, better relations over time, and aggressive expansion impact. So you can actually expand quicker if you have high prestige. I did not realise that. That's interesting. Okay, so we can quarantine and let them die, or we can let it spread. No, we need to quarantine. We don't want influenza spreading around the country. That would be bad. Come on, claims. Yeah, we're definitely going for Magdeburg first. So at this point we are almost at 90%, so we are going to raise army maintenance. We are going to turn on our forts because we probably will need them. And we're not going to need ships. This is all land. So we're not going to unmothball our fleet just yet. We will lose a little money, but we have enough stockpiled that I think that will be absolutely fine. Then once we've beaten these guys, we may go straight into a war with Plock. How strong are you looking? That's navies. Wait, Plock is a navy? Of course they do. Huh. It's their army I was after though. 15,000 with no manpower. Man, you are so weak right now. But you still have more troops in total than I do. I don't have any bonuses to my troops except for the Lampa. Army tradition, which is ticking up slowly. That's just something that will happen over time, unfortunately. But I want to get out there. I want to start doing stuff. So we are going to march into Kolberg, so we're not crossing a river when we go into Neumark. We'll take down Neumark first. In fact, we'll beat their army, probably leave behind some people just to start the siege going, and then march over here to Altmark. You don't have any more alliances, do you? No. Border friction. So Plock's opinions decrease, we lose Diplo power, we lose prestige, and we lose a claim. Fine. Okay, so we have the claim on Magdeburg, so we are ready for war. Declare war. Claim Neumark. Allied with Altmark, the Emperor does not enter, apparently, which is great. Let's go. So, whoops, let's turn this down. We should win this fight easily, simply because we outnumber them so heavily. They do have the same military tech as us. Does Neumark? Nope. We are ahead of Neumark. Sorry, Altmark, rather. So we are going to leave behind some troops. We're going to march on Altmark. In fact, I'm going to stop group. I'm going to split off just 2,000 to start that siege going. And I'm going to move the remaining 10. It's not enough to actually get the siege moving, but it's enough to stop them building more troops, which is what I'm concerned about. Royal Mordred Jewelry? Yeah, go for it. So we finished our claim on the other province. Once we take a Neumark, we'll have even more claims that we can press. Okay, that is that victory done too. So shift consolidate, we'll leave troops behind, and we'll go and leave the rest in Neumark, and then basically we just need to wait and siege those down. So we'll grab these two as vassals straight away. I think we have enough development to counteract. 76, Altmark is 10, Neumark. I mean, the good thing about Eastern Germany is the provinces are all really quite poor at the start. Brancaster has declared war on Altmark. Too late, my friend. This place is mine. In fact, I'm going to split you in half and send them over there. Just to make sure we get that siege, which we should. Group. Oh, you went to war with Potsdam. Wonder why that is. But yeah, this is mine. So they can take Potsdam, that's totally fine. And that would actually be good, because that removes the Emperor from play, which will force an election. And Potsdam, if they do not exist, will obviously not be voted. I'm kind of hoping that Jülich then will be. Do I have control of the siege? I do. So I'm the attacker, so I will get control of it. Which is good, because I want both of these provinces. Oh, I never did do this. Whoops. Okay, so they were the same military techs, and we are now ahead of them. That was totally my bad. That could have been really bad if we'd actually fought someone tough like Plock. Plock's still on 3, so we kind of want to hurry up and get into a war with them. But that's fine. This has really not cost us much manpower at all. As long as these sieges don't cost too much, but I can't really see that happening. Now, once we take a Neumark, it will be the first to fall. probably. We'll march over here, but we will not merge our armies together, because sometimes that will lose you, because you've reformed your army, the control of the siege, in which case Thurcaster will take over. As much as I like Thurcaster, I want the province. So I'll move my army there, I just won't merge them. So I'll have the... In fact, I don't even need the extra manpower, and my siege is already cooked there. I don't have artillery, because it's not been invented yet. Irrelevant. I don't actually want to move troops there, because I'll suffer more attrition. So I'll leave the troops here in Kolberg. I'll wait until I've taken Altmark. I'll peace out Altmark first for a vassal and probably humiliation. Then I'll peace out Neumark. So I'll leave you in Kolberg just so you can reinforce. Oh, I have a free diplomat. What should you be doing? I'm about to go over my relations limit, so I do not want to start getting another alliance with anyone. Well, Potsdam is actually occupying your land. Dude, fight them while they're weak. We have another one. Admin. I'm going to hold off on the admin, because once we've taken some of this Plock territory, we're going to have bad aggressive expansion. What is it currently? 1, 2, 3. That's fine. You can go up to 50, I think is the limit. So once you start going over 50, you start getting coalitions. I want to take these territories early, and then burn off the aggressive expansion after that. I'll have the territories, I can build up a big army, and then I can function quite strongly in other wars. Now, if I vassalize these guys, will this draw me into a war against Thurcaster? It might, actually. Yes, it will. Well, that's annoying. But if I did Neumark, vassalized, it would still drag me into a war. I really don't want to fight Thurcaster. I'm going to wait until they fought off Potsdam, if they are. I wish there was a join war button. No, sorry mate. I want your land. So you do have the bigger army. Just kill their army before it reinforces. Come on. Lose stability and loyalty, or gain loyalty and lose a bit of tax. I'll take the loyalty hit. Or I'll take the tax hit, rather. I could just take the province of Altmark. It would cost more. 8, though, won't it? So, hang on. Clear offer. Take Altmark. That'll be 11. As opposed to if I did vassalize both through this. It only cost 11. So we're basically going to double the aggressive expansion if we directly annex it rather than vassalize. And that's also going to leave us open to Potsdam demanding unlawful territory, so no, we're not going to do that. Would you like us? You're fine. I'm going to increase relations with the EU. Sorry, still got a bit of a cold. Aha, so now they're fighting. You should kill Potsdam army. Bosh. Now go and kill them off, please. Boom. And now because they have a fort here, it's going to retake the one province they lost to Potsdam. I'm hoping they can't just take... No, they can't, because I'm occupying it. And if you decide to try and vassalize it, which again I don't think they can, because again I'm occupying it. So I'm hoping they just peace out when Potsdam falls. Just take Potsdam, please. I'm at speed 5, or we're just... Oh, I was on speed 3. Whoops. We're not at war, so this is perfectly fine. Nope. All this time, Plock's building up, though. Which is irritating. Come on, come on. Plock's army is at 17,000. I'm going to have to bring in an ally or use mercenaries. Although my own force limit will increase when I take these two provinces. Even as vassals, their vassals contribute force limits to you. Plus, they raise their own armies, and if you have less than 50 liberty desire, then they'll fight in the wars with you. Otherwise, they'll just sit there being useless and annoying. Come on. 28%. It says down here how far through they are. 42%. Last jousting tournament. We definitely want to hold the last tournament. The bonuses are really big. 10% prestige? Yes, please. Another one army tradition. My army tradition is going to be insane, even at this early stage in the game, and then plus 0.5 prestige for 15 ducats and 30 admin. That's a bargain. Absolute bargain. It lasts a long time too. Lasts until 73, so 20 years. Potsdam has made peace. They have annexed Potsdam. And are they still at war with Altmark? They are. Just make peace with them. You can't take them. So who's emperor now? Who are you? Montferrat. They're a bit bigger, a bit meaner. I'm going to say I don't want that one territory anymore, so you don't get pissy at me. Diplomacy, that one, me. Don't want Potsdam anymore. Just make peace with Altmark. Do it. I really don't want to get dragged into a war with you, but I will thrash you if I have to. If there comes a call for peace, then I will. Let's peace them out, man. You're at war with someone else. Is that an aggressive Bamberg and Oberpfalz? Bamberg. No, it's Egger. You are just in that as an ally. Peace them out. Come on. It's my territory, not yours. You only have like 8,000 men. If this drags me into a war with you, I will crush you. I really don't want to, because I like you as an ally. This is so infuriating. Why did you go to war with them? War with Brancaster. The aggressive expansion costs going down too. Ah! Come on, just make peace with them. You're not going to get the land, I am. Because I'm worried if I get into war with Brancaster, they'll call in their other allies. Ooh, agricultural revolution. This is one of my favourite events. Just free stuff. Rupin, which is in the Saxony trade node, so I don't care about that. So it's either going to be manpower attack. So I'm actually going to go with the manpower because I want a bigger army. And it is currently a noble province, so that's going to be even more manpower. So we're up to 15,000. This is so annoying. Make peace with them, please. Fine, I'll just take the land. Clear offer. Take Altmark with all their money. And I can't go. Right, I'll take a bit less money. What? Yeah, oh. I can't do both? That's annoying. So if I vassalize them, I can humiliate them. No, I can't. Has that changed? I think that might have changed. Alright, we'll just take Altmark. Because this won't... No, this is going to make Montferrat demand it back as unlawful. This war's going to drag on and on and on. Just peace out. Wow, this is annoying. I'm so... Oh, and you've got a bunch more allies now. Damn it, Brancaster. Anyway, this episode is unfortunately dragging on. I was really hoping to have expanded at this point, but I can't because of this stupid war with the state which won't exist very shortly. Thanks for watching. In the next episode, hopefully we will be 2 provinces at least bigger. I think we've lost our window of opportunity against Plock, so we'll just have to wait until they attack someone else after this. Or until we can start dragging in our allies into the war. We should be starting to earn some favours with these guys. Yeah, very nearly. That might be a way of doing it. We could earn enough favours to call Brancaster into this war against Altmark. Except they're already at war, so they won't join probably. Oh, infuriating. Anyway, please do like and subscribe if you've been enjoying this and you're excited to see where Brancaster goes from here. Hopefully future episodes will be a little more involved than just me yelling at stupid AI people. I'm sure it will be. If you have any tips or advice, please do leave a comment. I'm always very happy to read them, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.